Looking for the latest comic book to add to your collection? How about the last card for that Magic the Gathering Commander deck? Well, the comic book store's got you covered. Shop online at comicbookstore.tcgplayerpro.com or come in person at 30 North Main Street, Glassboro, New Jersey. Pizza people, welcome back. We've got our first standard event since the rotation. That's right, we've got the PizzaBox slice of standard today, the top 8. We've got coverage with DamienF16 and HearSayTTV. You can find all the deck lists and information for their content as well down below, and I hope that you enjoy the video.
Hand knowledge is key. To know what's
You're right.
your partner's
Yeah.
hand gives you the advantage how to play.
Okay, I think we're ready for the next round here. I'm not sure. I see them playing. Let's see if we can get switched over there. Yeah. Okay. Looks like we're ready to rock here.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So we've got mono white against against black red. That's right. Okay, here we go. This is round 6.
So what is
They're
this?
just starting here.
Mono white versus
red black.
Rakdos. Yeah, just Rakdos.
Yeah. Wedding announcement on turn 3. Pretty good.
Great card on curve. And again, wedding announcement is one of those cards that does multiple things. Okay, it comes in, makes a body.
Yeah.
And then if you attack with 2, you get the draw card. And it's also an anthem. Like the cards that are in Magic right now are just so ridiculously crazy.
They all produce more cardboard. A lot of the cards pump out a bunch of more cardboard or put it into your hand or whatever it is. And it's just, they're all like self-contained little engines. You don't even have to really, have a lot of synergy for them all to be really good. Liliana, not amazing against the wedding announcement here because obviously you don't want to have them sack tokens. And so it looks like Rakdos just ticking up Liliana, trying to erase Voice of Serenity's hand here. Looks like Voice may have mulliganed as well. They are on the play, so they were down a card to begin with, but now they're 2 cards in hand to Red Black's 4 cards.
Now, what would you discard here? Because they're going to plus here. So what are you discarding?
I'm discarding Emperor because I'm hoping to Paragon and bring back the Emperor or something else, later on. If Paragon lives, we get to bring back some of this stuff. But if and they discard Emperor. And if Paragon doesn't live, well, okay. But I think we've got a Paragon here. Now they are going to get to attack for 2 and draw a card off the announcement. Fateful Absence does it.
Getting rid of this, we're gonna Fateful here. Get rid of what do they get the clue, right?
I think I'm ditching the Fateful Absence. I don't know. What's Liliana's loyalty here? I can't see it. It's 4. Okay. Oof, that's a tough spot. You really want this Paragon to start pulling things out of the yard and letting you cast them, but I don't know.
I think I'm gonna Fateful Lily here. Swing for 2, get a card.
Okay. Oh, what am I saying? Yeah, I thought they had the discard here. Sorry. Yeah, the Restoration. They just opted not to put anything into the battlefield. Okay. They Voltage Surge a token.
So they don't get a card here.
That's smart. Yeah, stopping the announcement from drawing a card. That does mean they're going to get another 1/1 becoming a 2/2 when it flips, but that's not the end of the world. They've got meat hooks and whatnot to wipe that up. So keeping Lily a little bit in check here with 1 damage. And there's the Paragon. And now the game becomes about Paragon. If Paragon sticks, then they should be able to run away with the game.
Saying like, hey, do you want to sacrifice your Lily to get rid of my Paragon? But it's not, because it's actually you get to pick the creature you sacrifice. So
yeah, token or non-token. That's right. All right, and there we are. Looks like we're up. So yeah, it's going to be interesting.
Out of the question because it's a 4/5.
Yep. Yeah, it's going to be a little tricky to get that Paragon off the battlefield now. Heartless, or Grasp. They could Infernal Grasp it here. But not a lot of, Lightning Strike, Voltage Surge. Ooh, Invoke. That's not bad. I would sack the Restoration here. Oh, actually, that's tough. Restoration flipping into a 3/4 threat. I actually would maybe sack the Wedding Festivity, because this is the last phase on Restoration. Means we're going to get another threat for free next turn. And Here's the Fateful Absence for Lily. Oh no, they passed the turn. Didn't have the mana to cast it. All right. See what they can do. -2 Lily. There goes the token. Taking one for the team.
Yeah.
Okay. Wedding announcement coming back into play. That's spicy. Like I said, this Paragon, if this survives, it's just going to bury the red-black player. They're going to have to recast all their permanents. Let's see here. I just want to check the wording exactly on Paragon. Yeah, mana 3 or less. Any permanent mana value 3 or less. Yeah, that is very good. There's a Fable. That helps, but they need to find an answer to that Paragon, or they're going to lose to it. If the Restoration of Iganjo dies, it's going to come back again. Yeah. Blood Tithe. White looking in like they're in a good spot here.
Yeah, I think this is just game over. I don't think that Rakdos can come back from this board state, even if they meat hook here.
Yeah, I was going to say meat hook is the only out, and they need a land to actually get those 4 toughness creatures with the meat hook. But white has Reliquary to draw. Only 1, but still.
Cards is cards.
And they're going to do it. Yep. Okay.
And you get to play it again. You get to play it again with the rest.
Play it again.
So it just doesn't matter. Like, it's just so. This is so devastating.
Yeah, like I said, if the Paragon sticks, especially for multiple turns, the game's over. So they opted to keep the Paragon, discard other stuff, discard Emperor, discard whatnot, and they know if the Paragon lives, they're golden. And yeah, red-black, very few outs to the Paragon other than a big 6 mana meat hook or Infernal Grasp. They just
they're getting out of meat hook range here because both wedding announcements are going to flip.
Right, and that's going to mean well, Junji can still trade. Oh, sorry, eat the Paragon, but
not with 2 wedding announcements because he becomes a 6, right? 6 toughness.
Oh, if both of them flip, yeah. But this turn we're going to see one of them flip. So there's a couple things that the white player can do, Voice of Serenity can do here. They could throw away their tokens here to draw 2 cards with the wedding announcements. They could just attack with the 2 tokens, suicide attack, draw 2. But they have so many cards in hand, plus the Paragon in play. I think they'd rather have the bodies, because like you said, if these announcements start flipping one after another, they go for the... Okay, interesting. I'm not sure what's in the graveyard over there for DG. They have, obviously, Tenacious Underdog, but that's not the greatest hit.
Yeah, it's not just a creature card. Like, bringing in a creature is not going to do anything.
Yeah, Junji in red-black seems odd. In Jund, it's insane, right? Bring back a Titan. Bring back
a Titan, bring back another dragon.
What are you bringing back in red-black? Like, maybe Sholdred or something? I don't even know. Because a lot of your other... You can't bring back a Fable. You can't bring... Underdog already comes back. A lot of your other stuff is dinky 2 and 3 drops. You're not bringing back any big boom-booms, with Junji, so... I don't know if I like Junji in red-black, but... All right, swinging with the team here, making another spirit token from the Architect of... I can't remember what the backside is called. Restoration of Iganjo flipped.
Yeah.
No double block. Interesting. Okay. I guess they know he could just recast it. Voice can just recast it then if they double block, so that makes sense.
Do this. Draw 2 more cards. Play the land again.
I think they're only going to draw 1 here. I don't think they have an artifact. Those spirits are colorless, but not artifacts. But still, that's still... Yeah, or they just don't do anything. That works too. They get the double draw here from Restoration.
Oh, and Vanishing Slash. That's sweet.
Yeah.
So that just gets rid of Kiki.
Yep, Kiki down. And then they can slam Warden. And this is going to be very tough for the red-black player to get out from under this board state. They're going to flip that announcement next turn. Okay, Blood Tithe takes out Paragon.
This is a meat hook.
This is not going to kill Restoration, though, with this.
It's a voltage. And with their own clue token.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do. I think they sack the blood, right?
They did sack the blood, too.
Clue. Yeah. Soren makes it 2-3, but Soren's going to die if the Voice of Serenity here swings all up. Oh no, opts to plus it at 9 life. Interesting.
Yeah, so that's lethal.
Going a 7.
That's lethal.
Yeah. Banishing takes out Kiki. Swing with the team. I'm surprised to see the mono white deck not play any O-ring effects, you know? It would be pretty good bringing back a 3-mana exile card with the Sarah Paragon, but I guess maybe that's a little bit too win more. I don't even know if O-rings are... Because I think a few of the exile effects are actually cost-reducted domain cards that cost like 5 or 6 now, right, in white. I don't even think there's a 3-mana O-ring now. Putting him to 1. Uh-oh. Announcement flips. Oh, that's Cabaret Courtyard. I thought that was another reliquary in hand there. AO.
It's like, what do you do at 1 life now? You can't even draw off the top. I mean, you can go up. You're like, this is how I go out.
Yeah, that's over. All right, looking at the sideboard, and this is one of the things again where monocolored deck suffers a little bit. They don't have a ton of options for sideboarding against a lot of decks. Pithing Needle versus Lily seems pretty good. Or Sorin, or what have you. They've got that one Farewell, which
the Vanquish the Hordes. That probably comes out, right?
Oh, they have a Vanquish main. Oh yeah, I see the one on the board. I was looking at the Destroy all creatures. I don't know. I would not be. And it costs less for each creature on the battlefield, but when you're playing against a deck that has meat hooks in it, you're not getting too much of a reduction most times. And if you are, it's because your board is huge and you don't want to kill a bunch of creatures in that spot. So yeah, I would side out Vanquish for sure. I would bring in Destroy Evil maybe to deal with Fables and let me think.
I'd bring in Farewell as my board wipe of choice.
Yeah, Farewell could be good here. It's expensive. I like Sarah Paragon. I would bring in another one of those. I'm not sure what else they have there. That temporary lockdown is enchantment that exiles anything 2 mana or less, I believe.
What is that? Could see the Curse of Silence?
No, the temporary lockdown. It's 2 white and a colorless from the new set. It's an enchantment that when it ETBs, you exile everything 2 mana or less until it leaves the battlefield.
Oh, so it's
good against tokens, good against Oni Called Anvil, but against red-black mid-range, maybe not. I don't think that's good. Anointed Peacekeeper, is that what he's called? I could see him being good. Those kind of cards are very good against anybody playing Planeswalkers. Just forcing them to pay 2 mana to activate their Planeswalker is a huge cost. So I could see the Peacekeeper maybe coming in. Yeah, Vanquish seems weird. I would definitely cut that here. And what else? Yeah, they bring in the Destroy Evils. I guess if you're bringing in Pithing Needle, that's kind of the same thing as the Peacekeeper, right? So that makes sense.
You're saying Pithing Needle basically says like no Sorin, no cheeky business.
Yeah, Curse of Silence.
Curse of Silence is it's a stacking effect. So you get to, for 1, name a card. That card costs 2 more. If the opponent casts that card, you get to sacrifice Curse of Silence and draw a card.
Interesting. It's almost like the Peacekeeper then. A lot of hate cards here.
Yeah, so basically that's really good on turn 1. Even like the Pithing Needle is really good to say Lily. No Lily, you're not doing any Lily, you're not doing any Sorin, you're not going to do any Tenacious Underdog. That's an activated ability as well.
Right. Here's Duress taking Bankbuster probably. Could take Wedding Announcement, but we're a couple turns away from that. I would take the Bankbuster here. Yeah, and they do. And they draw another one. Gotta love it.
Nothing feels better than you taking a card and then them getting the draw right after.
Yeah. I play a lot of control decks and people side in Duress effects a lot against blue-white control and stuff like that. And they'll take your counter spell and then you top deck another veto or sensor or whatever, and they just happily play their spell right into it. And you go, oh, I'm sorry. I feel bad. I drew it off the top. Yeah, so now DG's going, really? You top decked another Bankbuster? Come on.
Yeah.
All right.
Out of all the cards you could have drew, you drew another.
Yeah. Hearst coming down, eating up some cards in the graveyard. Interesting to see Hearst coming in against the mono white deck, but it makes sense with the Paragons, right?
With the Paragon, it makes sense.
It won them the game last turn single-handedly. Yeah. So yeah, they don't want that to happen again, bringing in the Hearst, but just funny to see it against mono white. Sorin coming down here, taking over the board. Mono white, not a lot of ways to easily kill Sorin, with Voltage Surge and stuff like that. That's why, I don't know, I like minusing Sorin there, but they go for the plus. The only way they're killing Sorin is just O-Ring, Fateful Absence, those kind of things. Now, they know the opponent has the Fateful Absence here. They've seen it. So I'm kind of surprised they didn't put the body there, but maybe they're looking for...
I mean, get the card while you can get the card, right?
Yeah, you're right.
If you know you're losing it, then you might as well replace it with that card.
Yeah. Yeah, and they go for the Fateful Absence, of course. And then they get to draw off the Bank Buster on end step. So a nice little turn for mono white. They're going to get another token here as well on end step. And we're going to see the hearse grow a little bit on end step as well for DG. What are they going to play with 5 mana? I wouldn't be surprised to see a Fable here into like Blood Tithe Harvester or something if they're lucky enough to be able to use all their mana. Otherwise, they could always leave up 2 to crack that clue that they just got off Sorin dying. So let's see. Oh, nope, just a Junji. What do they have in the yard?
We have a Wandering Emperor in our midst.
Yeah, and they don't know about it. Yep. Junji could crew here and swing as well. Okay, doesn't crew the hearse. Oh, sorry. Yeah, because you're only taking 2 damage on the backswing. It doesn't matter. But hearse only a 3/3 though, so yeah, maybe not necessary to swing with that. Here's Broker's Hideout fetching a Plains.
You know what's funny is that for a second I'm like, why are these brokers and like these like the
in a mono white
in a mono white lit, and I realize it's the Paragon, because the Paragon can make you play it again. I'm like, oh, right. That's why it's that is such good synergy.
Just like you see them in the Jund deck with the Ajani, or not Ajani, the Windgrace, Lord of Windgrace. Same idea. But I don't know if I'm the white player here, Voice of Serenity, I might have attacked with both tokens just to draw a card off the festivity, because I feel like Meat Hook is inevitable here, and going wide is not what I want to do against Meat Hook. But oh, okay, no Meat Hook, it looks like. Emperor gonna ruin Junji's day. Pretty good. Oh, does not attack. Nice. Smart.
Sniffs it out.
Yeah. Anytime you have an opponent. Yep. If they have 4 mana up and they're playing white, you know you got to respect Emperor. And here's a 3rd Emperor. Not exactly what Voice wanted to draw, I believe. Pithing Needle not doing anything right now. Hearse is not what you want to be needling.
They could play I'd be playing that Needle out and saying, Lily, please.
Lily? Yeah, I was going to say, you could preemptively play it here and name Lily. But, yeah, maybe. You know they're playing Duress. If they do have a Lily and they manage to find another Thoughtseize Duress effect, then you're going to be big sag that you didn't play it. But I wonder what Red-Black does here. So let's say Red-Black is giving mono-white credit for Emperor and they're not attacking. You can't just sit here not attacking with Junji every turn, right?
I mean, you can if you don't find a backup for it.
I don't know. Maybe they're waiting for a Duress, hoping to take Emperor. They're going to be real unhappy to learn there are 3 Emperors in their opponent's hand. But here's a Fable. That gets the party started for Red-Black. Now they can start digging to some threats.
Oh, yeah. That's sniffed out. That's sniffed out. They're not going to attack anytime soon.
I think I would run out Emperor here. If I'm the mono-white player, I'm
playing an Emperor here now. Just saying, like, okay, you got me.
Yeah, let them think that that's your only one. Exactly. Yeah. And then
like,
maybe
you got me. You knew it was there. Ha ha ha. And then they go to the guess what, sucker?
Now they can go Reliquary draw 2 here. They do have an enchantment and an artifact. Bankbuster not getting in. None of the tokens getting in. This means Red-Black is just waiting for a Meat Hook to wipe this away.
Yeah.
Oh, they're going for the crew. Interesting.
Well, you can't draw any more cards now.
It's a 5/5. I forgot, of course, because of the wedding.
So now you do festivity. This, and then you go. Are you going to block? First strike.
Oh, are they going to line up a double block here? That would be a blowout. No, okay, so they're chumping.
Well, if they're saying, "Hey, you have Wanderer," then they're not going to double block, right?
Yeah, right. Lily, actually, there's no reason to really Pithing Needle here because Lily not doing a ton with all these tokens kicking around. Okay, so they trade Lightning Strike. And
Lily is because you don't want them to start discarding your hand. Same as I'd be playing it for Lily, for Sorin, whatever. Like, you're going to lose to some card advantage here. You have it in your hand. Why aren't you playing it? I know unless you're
Yeah.
trying to double wander here, which that doesn't make sense.
I
So you're,
agree.
you're
And I
just
think
holding on the cards for no reason.
and drawing the second copy means, yeah, just run out the first copy at least and just, you know, name Lily. You have the second copy to name Soren or name Hearse if you really want, if Hearse gets out of control. Hearse a 5/5 here, starting to get respectable in size. But with all their mana up and 6 cards in hand, the red-black, there's the duress.
So there's
Okay,
a duress.
so now...
You're like, now I have 3. So
yeah, exactly. And scoop incoming. No. A little early for that, but it's got to feel pretty bad looking at that hand and going, oh,
well, that's what I
man,
mean. Like you're
really?
holding on to cards for no reason for them to draw into a duress and go, okay, now I know what you have, so now I don't need to do anything.
Yeah, but they can't just sit back and do nothing here. I don't know. Well, we'll see. I don't know who's favored in the long game. The white deck's pretty grindy with paragons and all that stuff. The black-red deck's on, you know, top deck mode essentially here. They have 1 card in hand. They leave in the Vanquish and draw it. Okay. Yeah, Vanquish not super
so I'm
impressive.
playing the land. I'm playing Pithing Needle, naming Hearse. Then I'm playing another Pithing Needle, naming Soren.
Okay. I don't know what I would do. I think I'm just going to go Wedding Announcement, maybe swing with, 2 tokens, but they go for all of them. Are they going to Vanquish here?
They're going to Vanquish here.
Huh. Okay. I guess Junji's not bringing back anything scary, but... And maybe they play Needle naming Hearse then?
Yeah, you have to name
No
Hearse.
blocks. Wow, interesting. Keeping that Junji, not attacking, not blocking, just sitting there, man. It's got to feel bad. Okay, Wedding Announcement going to be drawing some cards.
Play out the Pithing Needle. I don't get this play right. Like these, like what are they doing here?
Yeah, they have the treasure to still play Emperor, so I agree. I think I would just run out a Needle here and name Hearse. Otherwise, Hearse is going to start ruining your day pretty quickly here. Let's see what happens. Drawing another card off Announcement end step. Pretty nice. And they're passing. Hearse going to grow again.
Yeah, so I don't understand why you're keeping Needle in hand. I just don't get that.
I mean, normally you don't want to play it until you know what to name. You name Liliana and they play a Soren. You name Soren, they play Liliana, or they have.
You have 2 in your hand.
But you have 2. I know, and you have the mana to still play Emperor here. So I'm on board with your play. I think I would play Needle as well. I could name Kiki, of course. That's another good one. But at this point, I think I'm probably vanquishing. There's Soren. Okay, they can bring back a Blood Tithe Harvester with Junji, and that's it, right? That's what I think I just saw there.
I think that's all that's in there.
Yeah, so here comes another Blood Tithe. Okay, this is Vanquish is the one spell that the opponent doesn't know about from the mono white deck here that's in their hands, so might be able to catch him off guard, but now we have a target for Pithing Needle, right? Obviously, they played their Soren, but yeah, they drew a card off it already, so it's
it's already done its value, which is I don't understand why you have 2 Pithing Needles. Name the cards that you know that you probably can't deal with, like Soren.
Yeah, I'm plussing. Yeah, I was gonna say I'm plussing Emperor here because I know I'm gonna be wrathing, so might as well tick it up. And there's another Wedding Announcement. That's a great draw for mono white. Lets them rebuild right after the Vanquish very quickly here.
Yeah, so I would just I don't know if I'd attack. I think I just Vanquish and get 2 cards. Because you can play Wedding Announcement and get 2 cards, right?
Yeah, they're gonna get 2 cards regardless. The Wedding Announcement triggering on end step doesn't need to be in play to see these creatures attack. It'll check on end step and say, did any creatures attack this turn? Yes, more than 2. Okay, draw. So they don't have to play it pre-combat. So I like the attack here because the opponent doesn't know they have Wrath. They're not gaining. They have no lifelink creatures or anything, so there's no downside to attacking here.
And I didn't want them to have 2 draws. I want them to have 2 creatures on board because they'd be powered up again.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I could see that as well. But Emperor is going to be pumping out creatures. Announcement's going to make. Yeah, maybe you're right.
Yeah, you need to create a board state after what you're going to board wipe here. So I don't think I'm not too big on the attack.
I just like drawing cards, so I'm always down to just more cards better. Give me more cards. So I don't know, because more cards is the same as having creatures in play because you're going to be drawing more threats anyway, right? I think, but I see your point. That's something to consider. All right, here's the Vanquish for 2. I wonder if this card starts to see play in Standard. I don't think it's good enough, but mono white deck doing some work with it here. That hearse is getting real fat, real large. Gonna have to either needle or maybe Wandering Emperor #2 to exile it, but that's not ideal when you have a Wandering Emperor in play already. Regardless, Junji's gonna bring back a Blood Tithe here. And red-black at 6 life. They took all that damage. Not seeing the Wrath coming there. But yeah, this hearse is going to do a lot of damage. We're passing the turn here. So I don't know. Maybe we see a Pithing Needle on hearse now because
I mean,
mono white needs a way to deal with that.
You have the Pithing Needle on
Sorin,
Needle on
right?
Sorin and on hearse, or else you're dying to it. You're going to lose your Wandering Emperor to it.
Yeah, and you can chump the hearse, but at the same time, like Emperor is going to make a 2/2 here. He hasn't actually, he or she hasn't used Emperor yet. So yeah, so they're going to go name Sorin, shut that off, and then make a 2/2 to maybe block the hearse. But that leaves the hearse open to, they voltage surge your token, bam,
exactly.
kill Emperor.
Like, that's what I mean. Like you're leaving yourself open to removal when like that's just something you should be doing. Yes, this needs to come out now. You need to say hearse.
Yeah, and Wedding Announcement is not going to be making a 1/1 as we already talked about earlier. They're going to be drawing 2 off those 2 announcements. So no board except the 2/2 from Emperor is a little sketch, I think. But oh, so they're just double needling. Okay, yeah. So
yeah, you have to double needle here, or else you're just it's not the in my mind it's not the right call.
Yeah, let's see. If they draw Lily now, they're gonna white player's gonna feel not amazing, but. Yeah, here's a token. Drawing a couple of cards is nice. Peacekeeper not doing anything really. I guess Peacekeeper can name Liliana or something. I'm not a big fan of that card, Peacekeeper. But again, mono white. What other options do you have really? Okay, red black thinking main phase here. They've got a big 8/8 hearse that can't be activated. If they can find a way to get those artifacts off the battlefield. Maybe they do something, but paying 2 life to kill the token, get the Emperor off the battlefield. They know the mono white player has another Emperor in hand, but I guess they've got to do what they've got to do here. It's interesting. These the storefront, Obscura storefront, and all these. What do they call them? Those lands. They're fetch lands, but
they're what do they call them?
Is there a name for them? I don't know. What do the kids call them these days?
I have no idea, but they're like not fables. What's the one? What's the ones before it? The shitty ones that only get basics. Like Evolving Wilds.
Yeah. Okay, well, yeah, those lands. They do gain you a life. That adds up, especially when you're replaying them out of the yard against aggro and stuff. There's a lot of incidental life gain built into these decks between Emperor and the random little lands that do it, and kind of interesting.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we see Peacekeeper naming Meathook. That's a good name here because making it cost 2 more means they will not be able to kill the Peacekeeper now that it's pumped by the wedding announcements. We are going to see an announcement flip again on end step here, pumping it even further, and then making 2 3/3 tokens because you'll have
Meathook isn't gonna do it.
So yeah, Meathook. Yeah, right.
You still have Wander that you can put a counter on something too, right, to make it live.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be slamming the storefront here and then leaving up Emperor. But Voice is in the tank. They main phase Emperor. Huh. Okay. Why, I wonder?
Oh, they can exile the Timekeeper.
Oh, that? Really? Okay.
Well, if they get another token, they can XX the...
I guess this does, yeah, this ensures they have lethal. Okay. Yeah, I could see that. Taking the aggressive line here, I like that. Yeah, they get the 2 3/3s.
This game's over.
And I don't, yeah, I don't think this is going to end well for red black. It's there's no outs here, right? Yeah, Meathook's going to cost 2 extra.
Well, they do have 1 out. They have 1 out. It's that little gearbox at the top right corner.
Yeah. Take the high road.
Yeah, and they know
Scoop it up. Good games. Good games. Mono white cruising here. Cruising. Taking out red black. All right, so let's get back to the action here. It looks like this is the semi-final round between Mastikor on Black Red Anvil that we just saw play versus VCardarelli. VCardarelli. Ooh, a Mardu list. I've not seen. I think I saw him play a little bit earlier when Ham was commentating, but this is an interest. So this is looks like a sack deck. They've got Spirited Companion, put some bodies on the field that are free essentially, and then sack them to stuff. Yeah, three.
Especially like especially seeing that angel that just brings them back. This is gonna be a grind.
Yeah, Paragon.
I'm already looking at this like this is gonna be a freaking grind.
Yeah, I would block here. Yeah, definitely block. You want to keep that board clear because you know that Obnixilis is powerless when he's not sacking something to create a copy of himself. He's not really very good if you're not doing that. So yeah, keep that board clear. There's a surge. Yep, I would do exactly the same thing. Don't let them go to their turn because they can sack it to Ob and you can't do anything in response.
Yeah.
Okay. And Cardarelli win the dice roll? I guess so, right?
They did, yeah.
Because I'm wondering if Black Red's missing land drops here. No, they're not. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Yep, Voltage Surge and Step do the same thing. Those Blood Tithe Harvesters and whatnot seem innocuous. You might want to just let them, I don't have to kill this right now. I can take a couple hits. It's like, no, it's not about the hits. It's not about taking damage off this 3/2. It's about giving them a body that they can turn, into something way more powerful. So do you run out Paragon? I don't think I do here. Yeah. I'd like to bait with something else. What is the Three Weird Sisters? What is that actual card? I hate the alternate goofiness. What card is that? Is that Henrika? Or what is
I think that's Henrika.
It is Henrika. Okay. Running out Lisa. Huh. Okay. I guess, use all your mana.
Yeah, use all your mana, and doesn't it bring things back when it dies, too?
No, other creatures have to die, and then, if they die, they come back. But it doesn't do anything just sitting by itself in play. I thought you'd want to have other creatures in play before you slam Lisa so that it...
But it's also a 4/5, so it's going to avoid the meat hook.
Yep, 4/5 with lifelink. That's 8-point life swing every turn. The opponent has to answer. Yeah, but
you want to sacrifice that angel, please?
Yep. Lily doing her thing. A tale as old as time. Sack your creature. Wedding Announcement's a great draw here. Too bad he didn't have that in play before playing the 5-drop, but give it some Lily protection. Yeah, Wedding Announcement, actually, the stock went way up as well in Standard, just because Lily is so powerful and is seeing a lot of play that that Wedding Announcement pumping out tokens just makes Lily really ineffective at killing what you want to kill with it, right? So, ooh, interesting. And this is why they're using a cut down on the token so that eventually, maybe next turn, Lily can minus again and hopefully kill something. But they will, be dealing with another token on the other side of the battlefield at Cardarelli's end step. So that was an aggressive cut down there. I don't know if I like that. They find another cut down.
Cardarelli, what a name.
Cardarelli?
Cardarelli.
Sounds Italian. Whenever a name ends with a vowel, I always think.
Sounds Italian. I think their first name is Victor.
Cool. You just outed them on stream to everybody in here. Hearsay.
Listen.
You just...
It's in the name.
I know. Oni Cult coming down. Oni Cult's, namesake card of the deck. It's super powerful. Gonna start doing its thing here. Okay. That's a lot to deal with on the red-black side of the board here for Cardarelli. Hopefully he or she finds something good. Cut down is not cutting it. Yeah, I mean, you can... What are they waiting on with the Weird Sisters here? Why not get the Henrika going? I don't know what I'm missing here. Is that not Henrika?
It is Henrika. But I don't know. I don't know. It is Henrika. I just don't know what they're waiting for either.
Okay. So Oni Cult doing Oni Cult things. Yeah, with double experimental synthesizer in play, Oni Cult is Value Town. Huge value. Fable off the top. That was a great pull. Cardarelli says, nice. The sarcastic nice. I love it.
Nice.
Taking 3. There's Fable. Oh, boy. Cardarelli's problems multiplying tenfold here. Cut down the goblin, I guess. Okay. Yeah, cut down's a great card. Not quite fatal push.
It's a great card.
Yeah. Ooh, Archangel of Wrath. Archangel.
Kicker. Oh yeah.
Lifelink kicker. What is it? Okay, I gotta read this card.
2 damage to everything, I'm pretty sure.
If you kick it for red?
If you kick it for red, 2 damage for everything. Oh, is it everything or just only one thing? It's only one thing.
Archangel of Wrath. Yeah. 3/4 ETBs. If it's kicked, deal 2 damage. Oh, so it doesn't matter which kicker you pay. It's one or the other. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
2 damage to any target. It's just 2 damage to... Yeah, okay. Interesting. All right, all right.
I think I want to get rid of Lily, though. Yes, you get rid of a creature on board, but I think Lily should have been the target to go. Always kill the planeswalkers, folks.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't let planeswalkers sit in play for too many turns accruing value. Otherwise, you're going to have a bad time. But, yeah, and on this board, there's not really much else to point your removal and whatnot at. But Archangel of Wrath will... Is it Arch? It's Archangel. Archangel.
Archangel.
Yeah.
Archangel of Wrath.
Yeah, that card has evasion. So that is going to threaten Lily here. Unless the red-black player has a Grasp. I think that's probably the only spell in their deck that can kill it. Meat Hook not going to do it here.
Cut down can't do it. Meat Hook can't do it. No, it cannot. So it has to be Grasp. Or multiple surges.
Oh yeah, right. Could do the old 2-for-1 myself to kill your giant monster I can't deal with. Sometimes you got to do it.
Sometimes you got to do the things you got to do. See?
Looks like that's what they're doing. Yeah, got to 2-for-1 yourself sometimes, I guess. Oh, they could Meat Hook for 2 now and wipe everything. Yeah, go for the attack here, attack with everything, and then Meat Hook. Okay, I would have attacked first. You never know. Opponents, the opponent would have taken damage there if they attacked with everything. But I guess they're getting triggers off the Meat Hook this way, so it's kind of the same thing.
And Meat Hook loves triggers.
Yep. Yeah, that Meat Hook on the Oni Cult Anvil side of the board is way better than on basically any other opponent's side of the board. Like, Meat Hook does way more work in that Anvil deck than it does in any other deck.
So now we can bring back the doggo, right?
Yeah, yeah. 2-drop dog, draw a card. But that might not be enough here. We'll see. I wonder if the Mastikor is going to activate the blood token end step. No. Yeah, they want it around for the blood, the anvil, I guess. That makes sense. Lily ticking up.
Discard the land.
And yep, that's why we're holding lands to discard to Lily here. And for those of you who play in real life with Liliana of the Veil, remember, whenever you discard at the same time as your opponent, do not discard before them. Just put a card out of your hand, face down on the table, wait for them to choose a card, and then both of you reveal and discard. I can't remember how many times I played Liliana of the Veil, Pluster, and as I'm thinking about what to discard, my opponent goes, oh, I'll discard this. And I'm like, oh, well, in that case,
I will discard this.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Remember, whenever you have symmetrical discard, wait for your opponent. This is obviously only for real life Magic players, but since we're starting again to play in real life, something to be aware of. 3 weird sisters. Sure. AKA Henrika Domnathi. Domnathi, yeah. So I like drawing here. Are they going to transform?
I like each player sacrifices a creature, so you get rid of Kiki.
Oh, yeah. Each player sacks. Why didn't they do that? Interesting. Yeah. What? Why are they blocking with Kiki here? I'm confused.
Because they know what's happening. So you get the exile and you get another card, right?
Yeah. You exile, gain 2 life. Yeah. That was interesting. I guess they have nothing to copy with it, but they could have made an anvil token and then started chumping with anvil tokens, but I don't know. They're going to need another Meat Hook at this point.
Master knows it. Oh, man. Goes to the gearbox.
22 life scoop. All right, what do we like for the sideboard here out of Mardu? Interesting. We've got March is coming in.
I do
Farewell's coming in. Burn down the house? Yeah, it does kill. That is one way to answer Obnixilis copies. That's true. It does kill all the planeswalkers. Edgar doesn't seem amazing. Yeah, definitely March, and then the Farewell, of course, dealing with all the artifacts and wiping the whole engine out. The Oni called Anvil engine. Yeah. Bankbuster's coming out. They've got to cut a few more cards here. Jeez. I'd cut the Three Sisters, or whatever, Henrika.
I'd cut Lieza.
And Lisa, Lieza, yeah, get rid of that. They're just too clunky. I guess I don't know. The black-red deck does not have a ton of ways to kill Lisa, because it's such high toughness. They've got to basically only use a grasp. And as you can see, a lot of these decks, you're not playing 4 grasp in these decks. You're playing 1 or 2.
This is
so
true.
There's not. I would take out Cut Down. Cut Down comes out for sure. The last Cut Down there. Is it their only? Their only Cut Down. Yeah, cut the Cut Down. And
for a Mardu list, they barely have any removal.
Yeah, I don't know. The Cut Down doesn't hit anything, right? I don't know why I'm keeping that in the deck, but okay. Cardarelli up a game here against Mastikor in his Anvil deck. His or her. Let's see. Mastikor on the play. Yeah, this should be interesting. A lot of engine-y decks. We saw the mono-white deck kind of... well, Sarah Paragon is almost like an engine in itself. It's so weird. Yeah, such a powerful card. And when you lose the things that it reanimates, you gain life. That's not insignificant either. Gain 2 life every time somebody that you've reanimated leaves. Okay. Here we are for game 2 in the semifinals. Take a look at the opening hand. No red mana, but that's a keepable hand if I've ever seen one.
Even though it's tap land.
Yep, tap land looking ugly. Again, this is the 3-color mana base coming back to haunt people here. No dual-faced lands means no smoothness. Rough mana. But this is a keep, yeah. You're going to be off curve, but that's fine. You've still got... opponent can resolve an Oni cult here on the play. Which they do. Yikes, that's the worst. And this is where the tap lands are so punishing, right? Oh boy. Yeah, duress a little bit too late. Still gonna get a Fable here if they're lucky. No. Karn Silex. Whoa. Interesting. That's the poor man's farewell, I guess. What do you take here? I think I take Synthesizer. It's the only redraw they have, right? The other black instant requires sacking something. Plus Synthesizer with Oni Cult is pretty good. Here comes Karn's Silex, aka Nevinaral's Disc, but expensive. Wedding announcement coming down. And so you can Karn's Silex and choose the mana cost, and then it's like Pernicious Deed, right? It blows up everything that mana cost or less. Yeah, it's like Pernicious Deed, right? And opponents can't pay life, or players can't pay life to activate abilities that aren't mana abilities. Okay. Interesting. All right, here's Henrika. Forcing them to sack Sholdred. Oh, they went for the Sholdred there. Okay. Huh. I guess they had no other plays. Yeah, so Silex a weird one, especially in the Oni Cult Anvil deck, because you're blowing up basically everything on your side of the board, because the stuff on your side of the board is all so cheap. It doesn't matter how much mana you pay here. You're going to lose all your tokens, the Oni Cult, and whatever else you have going. And they could do it here. Yep. The 1/1 going to disappear as well. Okay. We see the Nevinaral's Disc go off here. Blow all the non-creature permanents up. That was a timely duress. Leaving them with just a Blood Tithe in hand. Oh boy. This is looking really, really rough for red-black. Yep. Blood Tithe. Maybe crack this blood to find another spell. Nope. They have a spell they want to keep in hand. Ooh, March, another good draw. March just deals with everything out of the Oni Cult deck. Instant speed. They discard the token. No, they're going to... Okay, interesting.
A good block too. I like this too. Pump up, get a +1/+1. Forces them to do this.
See, but this is why playing Wandering Emperor main phase is so risky. I didn't like that Wandering Emperor line. I just leave the token back, pass, announcement, makes another token, end step Emperor, pump a token, untap, pump a token, start swinging. Like, I don't know. That was a little bit aggressive.
Yeah, but you're also forcing removal there, right? That's the thing. I think that was the play.
True.
Was
either they only had one card.
Yeah, this
right,
dies
right.
or enforcing your hand.
Yeah, that's fair. All right, wedding announcement is going to flip and make this a 3/3, and then they're going to also have a 2/2 off the announcement trigger as well. I would leave that land in my hand if my opponent here. Why are they meat hooking now? Yeah, they should have meat hooked first and then minus Emperor if that's what their plan was.
That's what they were thinking, but yeah, it's already too late. They should have meat hooked first.
Yeah.
Now they're gonna lose both their creatures.
Oof, and there's Liliana. That's why you sandbag the land. So March, I also want to save that for an Oni cult. It's one of the few clean answers to just get that Oni cult off the battlefield. So you don't want to play March on the 3/2 or anything here.
Okay, so this is sweet because we get to kill Lily.
Oh
no! We get to kill Lily. We already get to kill Lily. What are you doing?
Yeah, I don't like the March here either. Again, you need to save that for the real threats like Oni cult. But okay, yeah, they what you said, right? They would have been able to kill. You could have meat hooked for 2, and then your guy survives. So as we get back to the game here, Mastikor getting his face pounded in by Samurai, and 2 cards. Ooh, down to 1 card. I think this game is over. Ticking up the other Samurai, putting the black-red player down to 2 here. Meathook Massacre, gonna end things. Just kill my own creatures, drain you for 2. GG. Ouch. Meathook, hell of a card. $130, is that what you said? So we're on the mono white side of things again here. I haven't seen the Gruul deck yet. Wow, all the way to the semifinals. What? Gruul just seems so basic for, like, we've got Jund decks doing all these crazy like toolbox things and reanimating and blah blah blah, and Paragon on the white deck side and blah blah blah, and then there's just Gruul. Just I'm just gonna curve out and stomp
I'm just gonna curve out and beat face.
And just and hey, it's a time-honored tradition. It works. Just beating face. It's card advantage because if they die with a bunch of cards in their hand from wedding announcements and whatever else, that's like cards they couldn't play. So you just got a bunch of card advantage there. I want to see this Gruul deck in action. I haven't seen it yet. I don't know what it's playing. Let me check the deck list real quick.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Gruul aggro. Jaya,
so they're running
Arlen.
So pretty much just be on curve and only 1 removal spell to see. Oh my goodness, this list. How did this list get to the final?
Well, hey, 22 lands and a bunch of aggressive creatures. This is a very low to the ground Gruul deck. Usually Gruul is a little bit bigger than this. This almost looks like a mono red deck splashing green. But they're not really splashing. They're playing like Ascendant Pack Leader and a bunch of green 1-drops. Basically a bunch of 2-power 1-drops backed up by Helena and Elena at the top of the curve. That gets the job done. Let's see here. So we've got some lands, some interaction, no early plays, but that's fine. I think the white deck is definitely the control deck in this matchup. They're the ones trying to make the game go long. So this is a good hand for white. They get to basically prolong the game by killing all the threats out of Gruul early here. No 1-drop for Gruul. That is not a good start. 2-drops?
2-drops are good, especially the Outland. Outland Liberator is good on a 2-drop, seeing as if Wedding Announcement comes out next turn.
Yeah, good call. Here's a Naturalist.
I like this, though, the Naturalist, because you can ramp out.
Yeah. Yeah, Naturalist is an interesting one. Let's see here. Yeah, getting just those the free mana is pretty nice, but we see it going away here, of course. Cutting them off of any extra mana. That's a good call. However, some more creatures. I think Red-Green needs to... Okay, that's not bad. I was going to say they need to double spell here and play 2 things. They're not worried about any meat hooks this game, so the only Wrath that white could have is going to be very expensive. Vanquish or Farewell. Now we've got Emperor on tap, so the play is almost certainly just kill this thing with Emperor. Oh, okay, or that. Interesting. Yeah, I guess that's okay. It is better to do this if you're worried about them playing another hasty creature, but here comes Arlen. That's going to be tough for the mono white deck to deal with, since it's not going to be killable with Wrath or March or any of the white answers.
They have Fateful Absence, right?
Oh, they have Fateful Absences. Yeah, that's true. That does get it. Let me see this white list again. Yeah,
but
right.
Having Arlen down, if it flips, it can ramp. And if it ramps, then Gruul can really take over.
Things slip out of control. Yep, absolutely.
That's one thing that Gruul doesn't have is mana. And if they get mana, woo-hoo-hoo.
Yeah, they can do some big things. Absolutely. Huh. Well, I don't know. This is going to be interesting. So wedding announcement.
Arlen 2 gives flash.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So you don't have to cast anything, just +1 and pass your turn.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Arlen is deadly when you've got a bunch of scary creatures you can flash in on their end step. Opponents, it's going to keep your opponents so off guard.
Yeah, not even on their end step, but like say if they go to swing, it's like, guess what? Yeah, I have a blocker.
Yeah. Getting to +1 there and play your spell on your opponent's turn, and then also flipping because you're not playing anything on your turn works really, really nicely.
And then you have a 5/5 indestructible attacker every time.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
So they're probably not doing anything. You flash in. I think you're flashing in Outland, and you're going to flash in the Noblest.
Yeah, I mean, if they were going to flash in Outland, well, okay, so yeah, if they're
they flash in Outland, and then they destroy the enchantment.
But they should have done that on the opponent's second main phase there. If this was their play, they should have. Oh, but they can attack and destroy it. I see what you mean. They're not going to sack it. They're going to attack. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Because
they can't cast. They can't cast a second spell though, because it'll flip.
Oh yeah, right. That's true.
They can't cast a second spell. They can't cast a second spell. They got to cancel that. Cancel that. All right, it's gonna flip.
Okay. Yeah, they're both gonna flip back here. I just thought they'd flip in the Liberator and blow up the announcement on the second main phase so the opponent doesn't get the trigger. But
no, it doesn't flip. Okay, they're gonna attack anyways. Okay, I thought it flips.
It's because
it was on end step. It was on end step. That's why. So end step, it doesn't check. They're already in their end phase, so it didn't check to see if they casted 2 spells.
Oh, really? Really? I thought one of these. Oh yeah, maybe you're right. I thought one of these werewolves might say a day can't flip to night or something, but oh yeah, this is this is the guy who flips Baby Tovalar. He flips it to day to night without having to cast spells or not cast spells, right?
Yeah, so destroy this enchantment. Goodbye.
Yeah, wow. So Vanquish
beefy attackers.
Yeah, you're taking a pile of damage here.
Create mana, and then you can cast Jaya if you so choose to.
Yeah, and the only way that red-green is going to lose this game is overextending into a Wrath. So if I'm red-green here, if I have a Jaya or a Planeswalker, obviously I'm slamming that, but I'm not playing any more creatures into this board. Don't keep playing stuff. I see people do that all the time where they have more than enough to win the game, and then they keep putting more things into play. Because Vanquish is the only way to stabilize. Yeah, this is looking pretty rough for the white deck. Can't crack those lands, reliquaries to draw because there's no enchantments or artifacts. In fact, they should have done that before the Frenzy Trapbreaker killed that wandering wedding announcement.
Response. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I would have cracked both those lands and just tried to find some action here. Maybe not both, maybe one, but you have your land drop for next turn. Because now, you're just stuck with no way to draw. A lot of interesting stuff happening in Standard. So many things to think about, and different axes on which decks are attacking. Planeswalkers and graveyard and aggro, and like it's very tough to kind of have all your bases covered.
Gruul does aggro best, I find, too, because it's turn 6, and Gruul has 4 lands, and look at their board state.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, they're powerful. It's a little slower than mono red, but it's like this game, they didn't have a 1-drop. They did play a 2, but it was really Arlen. I feel like Arlen did a lot here, letting them flash in two wolves on the end step. That one turn was huge.
Yeah, because
mono white players sitting with their Vanquish in hand doesn't play it because there's only 2 wolf tokens, and then passes the turn, and oh boy, now there's huge werewolves on the other side of the battlefield, and I can't instant speed deal with them.
Okay, Wanderer does nothing.
Whoa. Why not eggs? Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, Wedding Announcement was a great draw there. That was huge.
Vanquish. So
Vanquish comes down, wipes the board, but 2 Planeswalkers on the other side. That is going to be a problem. They're going to end up with a 2/2 and a 1/1 on end step here. I would sandbag that land, but that's just me. Or, yeah, I would sandbag it. I mean, you're not playing against Lily, but yeah, okay. You could activate these reliquary lands as well, so maybe you do want to play it. But you're only drawing 1 off those lands.
I think you're going to go +1 of prowess, right? Or are you going to just try to see what's on the top?
Yeah, with 4 cards in their hand, I could see a +1 prowess monk here, and then
no. What they should have done was they should have made 3 wolves or 2 wolves and played. They could have made a bunch of bodies here.
Oh, I guess the prowess monk comes in with a counter because of Arlen plus. Okay. Oh, and this gives it haste. That works too. Okay, we didn't know they had a Helena and Elena in hand, but this gets chumped.
Oh, that's right. I'm watching the other side. I'm watching the Gruul side.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know we could go back and forth. Oh, okay.
I've been watching the Gruul side. I was like, what do you mean we didn't know that it was in their hand? I'm looking right at it.
Yeah, no, I'm watching. Oh, table 11. Yeah, I went to the mono white side. Because, I mean, the people at home, we can't see the Gruul player. Only, I guess, we can, me and you, but the people at home can't. So I'm watching what they can see. So, yeah, Emperor going to exile that token. That's, ouch. Another announcement. I'm not going to lie. Voice of Serenity is drawing very, very well here. Double announcements. Well. They drew the Paragon. Yeah, sorry.
This is going to get really, really tough for them because you're going to create another. You can create another prowess blocker. Create 2 more wolves. They're going to get 3 counters on them in haste.
Yeah. This is. I thought. Oof. That was pretty good. Kumano finishing off the Emperor, doing a damage there. Kumano faces Kakazan, the backbone of the mono red deck, probably one of the best cards. That said, we haven't seen any mono red aggro. This is kind of the first aggro deck we've seen, and it looks good. Looks quite good. Not super, like you're still playing 4-mana planeswalkers and stuff like that, though. I don't know. It's weird. It's not as aggro as when I think aggro, I think like super low to the ground. This deck's playing 22 lands though. This red green deck. That's very low land count for decks that are playing 4 drops and whatnot. Okay, 4/4 monk coming in with 4 mana up and 3 cards in hand, so could get bigger. There's the chump. I don't know if they have any way to give it trample, but yep. So what can Paragon cast from the yard? We do have a wedding announcement. Oh no, that was the wedding announcement from the yard that they cast last turn. That's right. Okay, we've got just a courtyard. And another Vanquish. Ugh.
No way.
You hate to see it. Like you gotta kill your own Paragon here, I think. Play that land out of the yard, get your value while you can, or crack the Roadside Reliquary, draw a card, then play the Roadside Reliquary from the yard. Attack with the the Paragon, kill Arlen, I guess. Giles on 7.
You're not killing anything because Helena and Elena has reach and first strike.
Oh, right. It's got reach. Yes. I'm an idiot. Yeah, crack that Reliquary and draw a card, and then you can always replay it. But you might, yeah, this is rough. You're going to probably have to wrath your own side of the board here. And attacking with 2 creatures does let you draw 2 cards here. So
there's a lot of card draw on a white side. A lot of card draw.
Yeah.
Or I should say a lot of potential card draw.
They are opting not to play the reliquary here. Interesting. I guess they think the 1 life might do it. Oh, they gain 3 life off the land. Yeah, because it comes back with Paragon, then immediately goes away. Wow. Every time you play one of those family fixers, the lands, it gains 3 life. That's not insignificant. They're attacking, but yeah, you're right. Helena and Elena just going to bounce off Paragon here, hoping maybe that the opponent fears a trick. Because, I mean, we have Emperor mana up here. So you could attack with Paragon, threatening the Emperor Pump. They go for it. Yeah, do we Emperor Pump and eat Helena Elena?
They're still, yeah.
I think you do. Because, I mean, Helena and Elena giving haste is so nasty. Every single threat that comes down on their side of the board, just immediately getting to swing in. It's a rough spot. Then again,
I definitely don't know if I would have taken this block for the sole factor of, you don't know it, but I know that they have another Ireland in hand. So I think I would have let the Ireland just go.
I love that you have this inside information. You can see, I can't see our opponent's hand here. But
I can't see your guys' hand.
we should probably be on the same side here, I want to say. I don't know. Okay, I don't think I play Emperor here. We've got to Vanquish, right? Like, we don't have to Emperor to kill Helena and Elena when we can just Vanquish. But what were you gonna say?
I'm saying if you have the board wipe, then there's no point in of wandering here.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. And I think, we do need to wipe the board. Tovalar's here. Okay, well, they go for Emperor.
What is Jaya's ultimate?
I was gonna say she's on 7. I don't know. Let me look.
It's 8. Whenever you cast a red instant or sorcery, copy it twice. You may choose new targets for those copies. Dear God.
Well, that's powerful, but I don't know how powerful that is in the Gruul deck. They're not playing a lot of spells.
Yeah. In Gruul, there's no spells to be worried about.
Yeah, I don't think you're actually ultimating Jaya in Gruul. All of your you've got all creatures and sagas and planeswalkers. No instants and sorceries, right?
Oh shit! Oh shit! Yeah, but let's look at Jaya's -2 ability.
Oh yeah, deal a bunch of damage for the attackers, right? Yeah, that'll do it. That's much better than the -8 or whatever. But it only hits a creature. You can't go to the face with that or anything, so they can take out a blocker here.
Well, you take out a blocker, though, right?
See, and this is why I think you needed to Wrath last turn. That deck just does, it's just too many. And now with Jaya minus, taking out another blocker.
Still getting across with a 8/8 Trampler.
Yeah, it's got Trample, right?
Yeah, we have 14 damage coming across this Trample. Or is it, no, it's 4/4 or 5? It's a 5/5.
7, 9. Oh, this is going to 1. 8, 10, 14, and then
you're just giving it Trample. That's it. It doesn't matter. You're just trying to give it Trample to do more damage.
12. GG. Yeah. They needed to Wrath. Okay.
Needed to Wrath.
GGs. Yeah, they were trying to get tricky. They wanted to maximize the value off that Wrath, but I think it was already good enough. You had to pull the trigger there.
Pizza people, are you enjoying the content? Don't forget, subscribe to the channel. It's free. Hit that bell icon as well. That way, anytime any of our new content comes out, you're able to see it right away. Hey, leave a comment down below as well. Tell us what you're going to play in the next event, or tell us what you're enjoying about the video. Don't forget, check out the description too. We've got tons of great content down below. And on top of that, we're going to have our tournament schedule too. So get in on it. Hope to see you.
All right, we're ready, baby. Here we go. This is the final match of the tournament, everybody. We have Mardu mid-range versus green-red aggro, Gruul aggro. Let's see who takes it down. And we're on the Mardu side of things, it looks like here. No white mana, but a Blood Tithe on turn 2, plus double Meat Hook. Meat Hook's going to be very important in this matchup, I think. Again, opponents, the Gruul deck, no way to really mess with your hand. can't really mess with any of the stuff you're doing. They're not really interacting. They're just smashing face, like you said.
Yeah.
So
the plan is make sure my creatures hit the field and on swinging face.
Right. Hopefully the mana doesn't screw up the Mardu player here, Cardarelli, because as we can already see, he's got no white mana. And here we go. The 3-color deck already having problems with their mana, paying life for the Blood Tithe Harvester. That life from Sulphur Springs is really going to tick up against an aggro deck. It's going to be relevant. So you don't want to be using it too often. But let's see. Ooh, the Stormseeker. Can't really... Oh, but yeah, right. It comes in with a counter from Kumano. I was going to say, can't really swing into the Harvester here, but yeah, of course it can, because Kumano being awesome. There's a cage.
Being awesome.
Yeah, Kumano's awesome. Like I said, that's the backbone of the aggro deck. If you're going to be playing whether it's mono red or in this case red green, that card is for 1 mana. It does so much in the aggressive decks. It's awesome. So Cardarelli here opting to Infernal Grasp instead of tapping out for that wedding announcement after drawing the white. I'm kind of surprised there. I thought they were going to slam announcement. Yavimaya Iconoclast. Time to go back to look up cards and what they do. What is this? Let me look at I don't know what that card does. What does the Iconoclast do? 4 Iconoclasts in this deck. A 2-mana 3/2 with Trample, and when it ETBs, if you kick it, you get a +1/+1 counter. Wow, interesting. Okay. Huh. And here's the wedding announcement now. Paying life again. So as you can see, the life that Cardarelli's been paying, plus the Infernal Grasp, is just putting them so low. They've taken like 4 or 5 damage off their own cards at this point. That's like giving your opponent 2 spells. You know what I mean? Assuming, a spell in the aggro deck is usually worth 2 to 3 damage. It's almost like you gave them 2 cards by doing that. They need 2 less cards to kill you. I would be cracking that blood and ditching maybe a Meat Hook or something here. You probably don't have enough time to double Meat Hook, but we shall see. Definitely chumping here. There's a Tovolar. Threatening to flip. Yeah, they crack the blood. They're tossing the companion. Okay. Drawing another companion. Paragon. Ooh. They can't... Are they just meat hooking for 2 here? Okay. Yeah, I mean, it makes it so Tovolar doesn't flip. You've got a blocker for him.
Yeah, you're literally trying to keep... You're trying to keep... Especially with as much werewolves that do flip, you need to be casting 2 spells. You need to make sure nothing's flipping.
You've got to, make sure you don't pass the turn without casting anything. That's right. And, I mean, trading a Meat Hook for 1 card feels bad, but even the 1 life here is going to be relevant, so... And again, when you're playing a lot of tap lands, you really have to be careful with your... Don't let the auto tapper tap for you, right?
Yeah.
And we can see Cardarelli manually tapping a lot here on their turn. And there's Arlen. That's going to be a lot of pressure.
Arlen creates some blockers. Yeah, you're meat hooking here for 2. You got to keep that board down. I'm pretty sure Cardarelli was watching the stream and seeing what happened to Mono White there. So really need to keep that board on check.
Yeah, and I mean, it's really rough that they haven't found a 5th land here, because that Meat Hook should have been wiping the board, but that Tovolar just barely staying alive through 2 Meat Hooks, continuing to apply pressure. Now they're debating taking 2 or 3 here, but no, they opt to block. That's the last token. No more tokens coming off the Wedding Festivity now after it's flipped. Arlen ticking up, and they're probably going to pass the turn and flip Arlen here. Yeah, being able to tick up and then still play a Werewolf end step is pretty nasty. So they could kick it, and they're trying to think of how to do this without paying the most life.
Yeah. How do I not die?
Yeah. There's the kick, and then pay the black. Yeah, no red here, no life. Okay. So now this is a life-linking card, which is going to be very good if it can stick. He's going to do 2 damage to Arlen. That'll finish off the Arlen. But again, that Arlen ability is still sitting here, as you can see on the top left corner there. So you are going to see a werewolf end step here.
You're definitely getting something with flash.
It is going to... Oh, no. Maybe the green-red deck not drawing a creature? That is surprising. I thought they were going to flash something in there. Here's a block gaining 4 life. Is there a pump? What is happening? We're waiting for green-red. They're thinking here. Pump. Okay. Trade. Gain some life. That was very, very important for the Mardu deck. Wow. I can't believe they didn't have a something to flash in on end step. That was very, very lucky for the Mardu deck. That kind of let them stay alive here. So their life total back up to 15. See an Ascended Pack Leader. Okay, there's another land. They need to continue playing land here so they can double spell with Paragon, right? Play Paragon, play Spirited Companion or what have you. And again, manually tapping, yikes. Yeah, these 3-color decks are really, you take a lot of damage from your lands and you're playing behind curve a lot of times. And
you really have to pay attention to what you're tapping because it can really do you in. Especially right now, once you tap that red mana down, you know you want to Fable.
Mardu doesn't even have a Triome, do they right now? So you're just having to play a lot of shock lands. Like the 3-color decks with no Triome, I think you probably should just avoid. But, okay. So we've got a Goblin token, a Spirited Companion. Yeah, this is looking like we're stabilizing a little bit. Ooh, the Outland Liberator. Are they going to crunch that Fable right now? I think I would. And a Kumano. I think I would sack Outland Liberator right now to eat that Fable and not let my opponent draw 2, potentially. And here, as we see, you know, Cardarelli really wants to ditch this swamp. Oh, yeah, and they let them do it. Okay, well. Yep. And another one, yeah. Fable, one of the best parts of Fable is the second phase where you're drawing 2 and just like getting to sculpt your hand. I really would.
Sculpt your hand is a big need. Especially in a list like Mardu where you don't have a ton of card draw.
Yeah, I would have snapped off that Liberator, eat the Fable right away. But maybe they're hoping to flip it. I just don't see that happening. Like, you know, Mardu's definitely going to be playing something on their turn. That guy's Liberator's not going to flip. But Paragon coming down. That's a big one. That's a big, big boom boom haymaker card here. There's a Fable for free. Out of the graveyard. And that's pretty gross. When Fable flips, how does Paragon work with Fable? Let me double check this. Because Paragon says when the card leaves the battlefield, you exile it.
Yeah, you when it leaves you, it exiles. But for how many times it's come in, you gain 2 life.
Oh, no. It says when it's put into the graveyard from the battlefield, you exile it. So when the... Oh, yeah, so the flipping part, it wouldn't gain life when the Kiki Jiggy flips. I was just wondering if when it hits the 3rd phase, does the Fable of the Mirror Breaker exile itself? It doesn't. It comes back in. You don't gain the life. It's when the card goes to the graveyard. Then you exile it instead. Interesting. So Mardu, as expected, bringing in the Wraths, morphing into a control deck here. The burn down the houses, the farewells, all that stuff coming in. I would be taking out slow, grindy nonsense. Bankbuster comes out for sure. What else? Got to cut 3 more. Yeah, Bankbuster's too slow and grindy. Yeah, take that out. I maybe take out Edgar. Edgar doesn't gain... Wait, do the vampires off Edgar have lifelink? I think they do, right?
I don't think so. Oh wait, yes they do. Yes they do. They do have lifelink.
Yeah, that might be relevant, but yeah, I'm with Cardarelli here. I'm cutting Edgar as well. And they're not going to fare well. Huh. Maybe they think the burns are enough. Okay. I would ditch Henrika and just play the 2 farewells. And just be full on control here. Doesn't leave you with a lot of win conditions left in your deck. I mean, basically he's hoping to kill or they're hoping to kill their opponent with, you know, some tokens, Wandering Emperor maybe. But okay, so we see Mardu side into some Wrath effects here. Let's see if it is enough. Gruul does have a lot of creatures. 36 creatures in the Gruul deck.
Ton of creatures.
Yeah. Let's see. Ooh, the one lander. Have to ship it. And here we see the mana being bad again. Got to keep it, though. Yep. No Blood Tithe on turn 2, unless they get lucky on the draw here. They are on the draw. So
that temporal lockdown is going to do some work here. Yeah.
Yeah, it should. Yeah, let's see. Let's see how good that card is. And remember, it is temporary, like it says. If they, Outlander blowing it up, or, I don't know if they play beside you in the green-red deck, but yeah, because Lockdown does look good here, but if they can get it off the board and get all their creatures back, that's not amazing. Opting for the Infernal Grasp on turn 2, and they luckily drew a red source here, so we are going to get to see
Andrew a red source.
Yeah, that was pretty lucky. Oh, another one. Okay, so their mana is good now. They can save a Ganjo. Yep. Because might use the Ganjo as a removal spell if you keep finding lands. You do have to play a Ganjo if you want to lock down, though, because they're missing double white currently. But let's see what they find off the top. Pack Leader Swings? I think I would. Oof. There you go. Arlen. Crunch for 5. Wow. Okay. Mardu, turn 4, already at 9 life here on the draw.
This is rough. Rough. And even you can't really board wipe here. Temporal's not going to do anything because Arlen can swing in for 5.
Mm-hmm. Now, you've got an attack here for 2 to get a treasure. If you want, you can go up to 5 mana. But there's, unless they draw, not really a lot here to go up to 5/4.
They need that 5th land for Liaison to come down in order to have a lifelinker that's going to kind of bring them back into this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they opt to draw a card here. I thought they might sack the Goblin.
Well, they found the land. They found the land, which is huge.
Yeah. Fable's going to flip next turn.
Yeah, I knew it was going to become attacker.
Yeah. Indestructible Trample 5/5 coming in.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, no. And that's got Menace. Taking out the Goblin. This is
Goblin,
over.
and this is over.
Oops, I'm dead.
My goodness, what a freaking turn of events.
That was a turn 5 kill. Pretty impressive. Yeah, that's what Gruul wants to do. Curved out nicely. Had some answers. I mean, it looks like Mardu, Planeswalkers are just so good. The stupid card type Planeswalker, there's not enough spells that say kill target Planeswalker, And relying on creature damage, when a Planeswalker's in an aggressive deck, you can't Wrath it away, you can't, farewell it away, nothing works. You've got to attack it.
Burn down the host, be like, okay, I'm done with your silliness.
Burns, Burns should have been in there already. I think they had 2 burn in already, but that was fast. That was too fast for burn down the house on the draw, because that was turn 5, and the Mardu player didn't even have a chance to play a 5th land there. They just died. Okay, at least we have all our colors here and some low drops. Spirited Companion kind of perfect, blocking and generating card advantage. Okay. Interesting. I think I would have led with Spirited Companion there to threaten the block. Because now, are you going to take it? Okay, here's a Liberator. Temporary lockdown. Now, oof. Yeah, I was going to... why now?
Because you're going to play Fable.
Oh, and they're going to... Okay, that's the play. Yeah, okay, I get that. I was... Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I was thinking to try and, get the lockdown max value, but I guess there's no point. Yeah, you can't just wait. Discarding lockdown. Okay. Wedding announcement's pretty nice here. Get to wedding announcement and Spirited Companion.
Lots of draw here. Yeah. Lots of draw.
Yeah, this is a very good start from Mardu.
This is how Cardelli won last game too. Their last win was just
Right.
having so much card advantage.
Right. Yeah, green-red, very few ways to generate card advantage. But let's see what happens here. Arlen coming down. Yeah, Arlen's a scary one. Making wolves. No attacks. That makes sense. Not willing to trade for the token and the spirited companion. Fable flipping. Companion first. See what our options are. Meat Hook is a nice draw. Not with Kiki in play,
not with Kiki on play.
Eventually that'll do something though. And they're at a healthy 16 life still. So swinging with the goblin, getting that treasure. And maybe a post-combat wedding announcement? We'll see. Yeah. So now we've got 2 tokens coming out. Meat Hook looking better and better here. Remember, if we can pump this team, get in there, do some damage, and then Meat Hook away this board. It's going to do a lot of damage to the opponent. But yeah, Mardu putting out way more creatures than green-red this game. Kind of overwhelming them a little bit. Can't attack. All right, Arlen flipping. Now that Arlen ability is still sitting there. We might see a flashed-in werewolf here. But yeah, Kiki in play and active now is a big game. So they can threaten to kill Arlen here. Cut down the pack leader, swing with the team. Or no cut down, that works too. I don't know if you want to swing with both companions, just because then you have nothing to Kiki for value after that. Might keep one of them back. Yeah, or both, sure. Just at least have one in play so that you can still Kiki it next turn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, good call here. If you cut down the pack leader and they flash in a werewolf and pump it, that would be a total blowout. So going for the token, way safer, makes more sense. Looks like Arlen's going to die here. I imagine we're going to see a werewolf get flashed in. Or Helena and Elena, sure. Yeah, and there's the pack leader getting pumped. Ooh, before blocks.
Yeah, that's. I think that's game. That's written in the wall now.
Well, it's going to be tough for the green-red deck to rebuild here. Left with just a pack leader in play. And these announcements triggering, drawing a bunch of cards for Mardu. Yep. Ooh, land, though. Not ideal. Here's a blood token. Don't have to do this now. I wouldn't have done that now. Are they going to play something else? Oof, another land. I would have waited till their end step just to see, but it doesn't matter, I guess. Okay. Another Helena and Elena, pumping up that pack leader. A 7/6. It's a big boy. Chumping with the companion. Makes sense. Okay. Blood Tithe. So if they want... Oh, I would have kept that land in hand. Played Blood Tithe, get a blood. Copy Blood Tithe with Kiki, get another blood. Toss both my lands to redraw 2 cards. Now they can only toss 1. Yeah, I don't think they should have played their land there, but... People, I think a lot of players just always automatically just slam the land. It's my turn, untap, draw, look at my hand. Okay, well, I can make a land drop, so let's do that. And then they just play it. You should always wait. Always wait. You could draw, you know,
draw
a better
so
land.
much more. And when you already have so many lands on your side, you're like, you don't have to really worry about it.
Yeah, I would have waited there and drawn another one off the blood here, but okay. Still fine. I mean, I think Mardu looking like they're going to take this down.
Especially with no big removal from Gruul's side, you're so far behind.
Yeah, there's no wraths or anything. They're not playing Burn Down the House, of course, or anything like that. Yeah, wow. I wonder what they're sitting on here. 4 cards in hand, like they just played 1 spell a turn. Most of their deck is very low curve. But it looks like, yeah, Mardu had the right kind of draw. Just early blockers into card draw, into wedding, into wedding. GG's. That's it. Mardu taking it all down in the finals.
Now that was a pretty grindy top 8, right? We can already tell that this standard is going to be all about value and who can accrue the most of it. Congratulations to Victor for taking down the event with Mardu Midrange. I want to give a big shout out as well to Damien and Hearsay for doing some fantastic commentary on the top 8. I want to thank you, the viewer, for making it this far into the video. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget hit that subscribe button, bell notification, like the video, and leave a comment down below. Would be greatly appreciated. Definitely check out all of our events. We host 3 a month, all are free to play. This coming Sunday, we've got an Explorer event. That's the PizzaBox Open. So definitely get in on that. And I hope that you stay cheesy.